All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Mashiach, Umalak Yahushai. That is to say, Yahweh, being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world will call God, and Yahushai, being the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. This brother Kasadi from WFI Jersey, Philly. And we're touching on today through the Spirit, as you see the title of the video, is Are you feeding your flesh or are you feeding your spirit? And this video won't be too long, but we want to go into it on are you feeding your flesh or are you feeding your spirit? Each and every day we have one role in this thing is to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And we're going to kick it off with the book of St. John, chapter 4 real quick. And I'm going to go to verse number 24. Right? So we're serving the Most High. We got to serve the Most High in spirit and in truth. This is the book of St. John, chapter 4 and verse number 24. It says Yahweh is a spirit. Right? So the Most High, he's not like you and I. Right? We're in these bodies, these fleshly, carnal, nasty bodies. And each and every day, although this outward man should be killed, our inward man should be renewed day by day. So let's read this. It says, Yahweh is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So if we're going to worship the Most High God, if we're going to worship the Father, then we need to be worshiping the Most High and in spirit and in truth. Now, what spirit is this talking about? You need to be worshiping the Most High in his word. All right? You following the Most High, you keeping the commandments, you believing, you trusting in the Lord, you praising the Most High, you praying to the Holy Father, you fasting throughout the week, right? You're staying in the spirit. You're not giving yourself over to these carnal lusts. All right? This word is the spirit the Lord is talking about. This is the book of St. John, chapter 6 and verse number 63. It says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So if you're feeding your spirit, that means you're reading his word, you're studying, you're meditating on his Bible day in and day out. All right? Joshua gave us a blueprint. We got to meditate on the Lord day in and day out, right? Day and night. Then shall I make thy way prosperous, then thou shalt have good success. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse number 8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, right? So this word cannot depart out of our mouth. There should be no reason why we always thinking about damn rap music or think about the damn things of this world. Why the hell are you always thinking about that? That's you feeding your flesh and you're not feeding your spirit. You feed your spirit by reading his word. You feed your spirit by hearing his word. Right? We're going to get that in Romans the 10th chapter. All right? You feed your spirit by reading his law, keeping his law, meditating on his law, teaching this. All right. If you really are serving in the Most High, you got to serve the Most High in spirit and in truth. You got to really be in his word. Not just one time. You don't just open the Bible and you just get one chapter in and you close it. Now, to certain brothers, that might be sufficient for brothers. But for most brothers, you're not going to make it. Imagine you only eat one piece of, you take a cracker, right? And you you break the cracker up and you eat a little crumb each and every day. Eventually, you're not gonna you're not gonna be here too long. Okay, you're not gonna be here for much longer. Eating a piece of crumb a day. So let's stop playing with yourself. The reason why your spirit all jammed up because you're not feeding your spirit. You've been feeding your flesh, and your flesh been overcoming you and beating your ass. And we're just gonna put it out there. You've been letting Satan beat your ass. Why? Because Satan's giving over. He's having rulership and dominion right now over this flesh. So if you want to come back to the Most High, if you want to get out of that spiritual, being spiritually jammed up, and you got to feed your spirit, man. Let's read this in Joshua 1:8 again. Salakia. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Right? So when you wake up, you might wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Might wake up at damn 7, wake up at 8. Right? Most of us, we work 8 to 4, 8 to 5, whatever the case may be. Whatever it is. Hey, when you wake up, you want to be praising the Most High. You want to get your reading in. If you got to work at 7, 8 o'clock, you might want to wake up a little bit earlier to read, study, and set your day right. Right? Get your praying in. Throughout the day, you want to meditate on the Lord. That's how this thing works. If you're going days without thinking about the Lord, and your mind gonna be corrupted. Remember, our minds are already gone from the Most High. That's why Baruch told us this. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 38 or 28. For as it was your mind, it was in your mind, right? Your thoughts on a day-to-day to scroll on Instagram, to think about the things of the world. It's a lot of distractions. Trust and believe. I know it. It's a lot of distractions. It's not easy sometimes living in this body, this flesh that's corruptible, that presses our soul down day by day. It says, for as it was your mind, right, to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. So now that you back serving the Lord, or should be serving the Lord, you got to go a little bit harder than that. You want to get yourself right. Remember, like I mentioned, this body, it's programmed to go against the Lord. And this flesh, it'll weigh you down. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, and I'm going to go to verse. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, and verse 15. I started at 14. Okay? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, and verse 14. For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable. Right? Our thoughts are miserable. These things can have you all spiritually jammed up. It can have you in a good situation, right? The Most High might have put you in a good situation, but these thoughts that you're giving over to, it can have you damn spiritually damn ready to damn jump off the damn bridge and go back in the world. Okay? So you want to make sure that and that's only from you feeding your flesh. Because if you was meditating on the Lord, you'll know how to be content. You'll know how to possess the fruits of the Spirit. You'll know to have your comfort and your trust in the Lord. When you're not doing that, you'll see a man that's not doing it. Look, that man is almost out of there. Jammed up. Might start a fast, can't complete the fast. Because his mind all jammed up. He ain't thinking about the Lord. He's not really, where he need to be at in this thing. But when you come back to this word and get refreshed and start feeding his spirit instead of feeding his flesh, then you'll see that man and you'll see the fruits off that man. How diligent he may become. How much he actually want to seek the Lord. How much he actually is growing and abounding. Imagine you take a flower out of the ground, out of his soil where it was at, then it's not going to live too much longer. You got to kind of, if you pluck some flowers, you got to put it in a vase, and then it has to have some water in there so it can continue to grow. That water is his word. The only way you're going to grow in this thing and continue to live on is if you have that word. If you don't have a word, then you're not going to make it. Try taking your fish out of the water and see how long that fish is going to last. In everything in this world, in this so-called ecosystem, it has something that gives it life and power. And the thing that gives you your life comes from your power, which is Yahweh. And the thing that gives you life is his word, right? The words of the Most High. So how could you think that you going days without reading, without studying, without really being diligent and really putting your best foot forward? How do you think you're actually going to make it? How do you think a crumb is actually going to suffice? Stop playing with yourself. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 14. For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. For the corruptible body presseth down his soul. And his body, this is why we got to get out of here. This is why we have our hope in Yahweh Shem Shai, so we can get out of this body. Because if it was up to this body, look, I don't think if we had to remain in this body, I don't know if we ever would get out of here. This body is wicked. Let me get another precept. I'm going to come right back to this. I have another precept just popped. Now, I didn't write no precepts down for this one. All praise to the Most High. This is off the Spirit. And I had another precept. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 125 and verse 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. So this is going into the rulership of the wicked. They're not going to continue on much longer unless what? Unless the righteous, they'll turn into them. If we was in this captivity for much longer, then we'll start to turn into the things of the world that we see. Same thing on another fold. If we were to continue on in this body, then we may be given over to this body. That's why the Lord took Enoch out of this world, because if he would have continued any longer, his spirit would have got jammed up down here. If we were to continue on any longer than a set time that's appointed, then it's no telling if we're going to get out of here. That's why the Lord has everything on a time scale. And you got to continue to endure and press forward. Look, this body is wicked, man. You have thoughts that pop in your head. You don't have no control over it sometimes. That's why you got to pray to the Most High that you don't have presumptuous sins. You got to pray to the Most High that he sets scourges and discipline of wisdom over your heart and over your mind. You got to pray to the Most High to remove from you wicked and evil thoughts that seek to destroy you. It's all types of spirits around you. You might have went over a brother's house. Brother might have been fasting in 2 weeks. You leave the house, you probably spiritually felt good entering the house. You go back home, you damn got 7 new spirits on you. Why? Because it's spirits all around us. And we got to be, you got to be mindful of the things that you around. You got to be mindful of what you're doing with your spirit and the spirits and other people that's moving around you and things of that nature. These bodies are very susceptible to these different demons hopping on us. That's why we got to make sure that we're always feeding our spirit and not feeding our damn body and that flesh. Here's a key point. You could binge read 7 to 10 chapters a day easily. Or you can go binge watch your favorite damn Netflix show. You could study for 3 hours, or you can watch a 3-hour movie. You can make 3 videos in a day, or you can go, you could do it. I've seen brothers do it. I've seen a brother go live after live after live. You could do that, or you can have 3 hoop sessions in a day. I mean, what do you really want to do? Do you really want this kingdom? What's really on your mind? What's really on your mind? And that's another video through the spirit. Where's your mind really at? That's what it really boils down to. Where's your mind at? Right? I've been there. I had to examine myself, check myself. Okay, what's really going on? Because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing and this and that. And look, I need to get my mind right. And then you sanctify fast. You pray to Most High. You ask brothers to help you. You might have a woman. You chopping up with your woman, things of that nature. You're coming with a set plan to overcome this flesh. You got to have a set plan too. Can't just go on this thing all willy-nilly. Them demons they're gonna destroy you. Like you read the book of Acts, the 17th chapter. There was men, I believe it's Acts, the 17th chapter. Let me get it. I might have to get it real quick. It might be Acts, the 17th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Might be Acts, the 17th chapter, but nevertheless, there were men who tried to cast away these different demons, and they couldn't even cast them away. They thought to get themselves a name. And they thought they was moving in the spirit of Paul, Barnabas, and Silas, and they got jammed up. The point of me bringing that out is you can't go on this thing just, blindfolded. You got to be praying to the Most High. You got to have a schedule. You got to have discipline. You got to have order, right? You got to uphold yourself to some type of, discipline so that you continue on and prosper in this truth. But if you just, I guess I'll read a chapter here. I guess I'll read another one. I guess this is just enough for me. Then look, but all the day you got 23 other hours in a day. It's only probably take you, an hour to hour tops to read a few chapters. But you're using all the rest of the time to worry about the things of the world. Then guess what? You're gonna be given over to the things of the world, right? Make no mistake about it. So I'm gonna read this again. Wisdom of Solomon 9:15. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things. Right? And the muse is to find some type of inspiration, some type of love from something. So your body, it loves to do the things that's in this world. It loves that. Because this body is terrestrial, meaning of this terrain, of this earth. And you want to seek after a spiritual body, which is a spirit, it's a body not made by hands, but made via Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? Incorruptible body. Everlasting. Perfected. Don't you want to be perfected? I'm sure you don't want to have these same thoughts over and over. I'm sure you don't want to have to deal with these same demons that's destroying you week by week. And you barely making it to camp. So you want to make sure that through the spirit, you choosing the spirit over the flesh. And you doing the things that please the Most High and not the things that please man in his body. All right. One more precept, then I'm going to close up. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 29. Yeah, I started, 30. I'm going to get right to it. Sirach chapter 19, Sirach chapter 18 and verse number 30, right? Ecclesiasticus 18 and verse 30. Go not after thy lusts, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. So your lust, it can be anything. It'd be just to literally sit on a couch all day and eat potato chips, scratch your ass and watch the NBA finals. Or watch the old highlights all day long. That's all you want to do. Or you want to play the new Call of Duty all day long. That's all you like to do. You might read one chapter. All right, well, I got my chapter in. And then you go watch or play Call of Duty or do whatever you want to do all day long instead of putting time into the Most High. You got to get a Lord time, man. You going off. The only reason why you up, breathing, talking, speaking, right? Listening, looking, even here right now is because of the Lord. So let's stop playing games with the Lord. Again, are you feeding your spirit or are you feeding your flesh? Again, I didn't want to make this video too long. It's a quick exhortation and a quick reminder, Salakia, to see where you at in this thing. All right, continue to check yourself, examine yourself. I'm going to get another precept. I didn't have nothing planned through the spirit, but I had a list of videos, ideas I wanted to hop into. Right? Try to increase in this thing. So let's go to the book of Haggai. I want Haggai real quick. Chapter 1. Don't want Haggai. Haggai chapter 1. Yeah, verse 5. Haggai chapter 1, verse 5. Now, therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. So now you have to sit here and consider your ways. Again, are you valuing the things of the spirit? And you feeding your spirit or you feeding your flesh? Really, do you want to make it to the kingdom or you want to be burned up and then be like these ashes that's right in front of me? So with that, I bid a strong shalom. Continue to endure. Watch for these prophecies. Look at the things that's happening right now in North Korea. North Korea is still trying to test nuclear missiles, even after America said, if you test it, we're going to respond immediately. So if they were to test this thing, you're going to see some action very soon. With that, I bid a strong shalom. Kwame Sharala. Shalom.